Hey y'all, hey, it's Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I say happy Thursday, but of course, all over the news, there's a major tragedy. So, the first thing I want to say is condolences to the families that are impacted by the American Airlines flight and those that were on the Black Hawk military helicopter. Unfortunately, our president could not do the same, as the first thing he did was talk about what the plane and the helicopter was doing in the air instead of sending condolences out to the families. We need to do better. He needs to do better. Good morning, Hillbilly. So it's a sad state of affairs. I don't know how something like that happens, how the airspace got confused, but there's a lot going on. All right. But in all of that, there's a lot of people affected, impacted by what has happened um, with the helicopter in the American Airlines flight. Okay. So, again, prayers and condolences to the families impacted and prayers for their strength during this time, because I know it's got to be hard. So, I'm just going to go ahead amongst all of this horrific news and remind you guys that although we have trials and tribulations, and some of them are really, really heavy, we have to remind ourselves that amongst it all, it is still a good day.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a
Life ain't easy, ups and downs,
just like every different season.
Hey,
sometimes I'm high,
other times I'm barely breathing, y'all.
But you always gotta fight and hide from the demons.
Good morning, Stacy.
Negative thoughts will poison your ride. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap
All the bad for the good in my head.
when I'm lost.
Hey, what? So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes damage. Hey!
I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
I live my life in my head
like a narration.
Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I take it.
Wake up,
Today's gonna be a
good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Good morning, Shirley.
Good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. You know, such a playing that song I don't know if y'all, I play it so much, you guys should know the words to that song by now. And it's so deep, right? Because it sings about it's going to be a good day, but it also reminds you that there are ups and downs, and there are times when, we are breathing, and there are times where we feel like we're not breathing. It also talks about, you know, faking it until you make it. A lot of people walking around with smiles on their face and shit like that, but they crying on the inside. They faking it until they make it. It's a lot going on, y'all. And that song is just a reminder that even in darkness, even in the darkness, it's going to be a good day. You know why? Because you woke up this morning and you got another opportunity to navigate through this thing we call life. All right. That's the positivity in that. Because them people on American Airlines and that Black Hawk military helicopter did not wake up. That's some sad shit. I have a cousin that works as a airline stewardess for American Airlines, and I don't really communicate with her, but I'm gonna inbox her because I don't know if I have her phone number because we're not really that close, but I am going to inbox her and just check on her, and I'm hoping that she wasn't on that flight. She normally does international flights, so I'm about 90% positive she wasn't on that flight. But I'm going to inbox her anyway, right? Because these are her coworkers, and also this is a trauma. It's a trauma that's going to be instilled in the pilots that were not on that flight, of course, because there were no survivors on that flight. But to the people that work in that industry, right? This is a trauma. And it'd be interesting to see how the airlines are going to handle this level of trauma, because I would be afraid to fly. Because it's just too many questions. Like, why would a military helicopter be in the same airspace as a commercial flight? See, that's the part. And so there's so much going on. I almost wonder how these airlines are going to manage the trauma. Good morning, Valerie. That is going to be spread because of this. And tourism. Because people are going to be like, wait a minute. What is going on? And as I mentioned on the beginning of my show, the first thing I saw circulating on social media was their president saying that he was describing what the planes were doing, what the plane and the helicopter was doing. And I said, this is the first thing that come out of his mouth. The first thing that should have came out of his mouth was condolences for these people's loss. But instead, he came out with an elementary statement that meant nothing. So we got to continue to try to move with peace and love. This is crazy times. Crazy times. And so I didn't want to go on the show without sending out some damn condolences. He doesn't, Stacy. That's so scary because, baby, just to add to that, I sent Debbie and Fancy a video that I came across on TikTok. There's this guy that posted a video that said ICE just came and got his landlord, right? Now, when I first hit play on the video, and he was like, yo, ICE just came and got my landlord, his landlord is a woman. She owns several properties. He said this woman has been in the country 30 plus years, is documented. Um, and they picked her up. And he said him and his landlord have a good relationship. He's been living there for years. So he's like, does this mean my rent is free? Like, are people really thinking about this? Like, the places you live, they picking up the landlords. So what happens to these properties? Well, obviously they'll go, if no one is managing them, they'll go into foreclosure and the rich will buy them up. But imagine you wake up and your landlord is being taken by ICE. This is crazy. But someone gave this gentleman a great idea because he was like, so what? Is my rent free? Someone said, why don't you try to get in touch with her somehow and offer to manage the properties that she owns, right? Until she gets her paperwork good, since y'all have a good relationship. And then maybe that'll be in exchange for rent or whatever the case may be. I thought that was an excellent idea. That is another way we can support each other. That is a great idea. So just think about it. If you are in a position and you live somewhere and your landlord or your management company gets picked up by ICE, baby, raise your hand and be like, you know what? What do you need me to do to help keep the building running until you get your paperwork right? Because the only thing that's going to happen is these buildings are going to go into foreclosure and the rich are going to get them, and they're going to, what's going to happen at that point. It's a mess. Shirley said it could be because it was a small plane on a short runway that isn't a busy runway. Fort Belvoir is close by and they run training paths in that area. True, but still. I would imagine, Shirley, the helicopter and the plane saw each other at some point. I think the helicopter, and I don't know because I'm not a helicopter specialist, shit. But can't the helicopter make quick moves? Like they be flinging around and going upside down and sideways. I feel like that whole accident is weird to me. That's all I could say. It's weird to me. Oh, wait, let me show y'all something. Wait. So, I know I got to get into the positive message, but I want to share something with y'all. So yesterday we talked about supporting Black businesses, supporting minority businesses in general, right? And some people on social media have their panties in a wad because Black companies are not pulling their stuff off the shelves of the big box companies like Target. Good morning, I am Jacinta, or whatever, right? From the rear side, so the helicopter saw the plane. But I'm not necessarily expecting Black companies to pull their products off of the big box company shelves. I'm not expecting that. What I am expecting or hoping is that while we shop, I'm not saying only buy minority stuff because that's almost impossible, right? But when you shop at the big box stores, make sure that along your shopping path, you are purchasing products by minority owned businesses, right? This is just a reminder to what I said the other day, because what ultimately happens is when they do their marketing reports and they do their monthly stats and their quarterly stats and their yearly earnings, they're going to see what money is being spent, and they will see that the minority dollar is being spent on Black owned products, which means that these companies will continue to put these items on the shelf, and even possibly eventually open doors to more minority Black owners, because that's where the money is being spent. So I'm saying this to say this, right? If you drink whiskey, this is Shinju Japanese whiskey. Okay? Shinju Japanese whiskey. Okay? It was developed in the Alps of the sacred Mount Fuji. And this is a Black owned company. Okay? Now, I met this gentleman who is one of the partners associated with this company. I met him in Total Wines, as he works in Total Wines part-time, right? So you never know who's who, right? And when I was in the whiskey aisle buying myself whiskey, we started a conversation several months ago, and he had me try, he suggested a whiskey or a tequila for me to get. I think I was in there for both. Then he told me the history of how this company started. This company is linked to Diageo, the same company that Ciroc was under with Diddy, right? You see where I'm going, right? Even though it's a Black owned company, it is backed by Diageo, which is not Black, right? But I don't care about that. I care that this is a Black owned company that owns their Japanese whiskey. All right. And they do have a website. You could go to their website. You can find out the history of how this was made and where you can purchase it from. Right now in my area, it is sold at Total Wines and it is sold at Costco. Okay. I'm not sure where else it is sold, but Black owned company. Okay. So let me see real quick. Let me give you guys the link to the whiskey, right? So if you're buying someone a gift, right? Or you're throwing a party and you're adding whiskey to your bar, you can add Shinju Japanese whiskey. You can add Uncle Nearest whiskey, which is also Black owned, and there's a few others out there. This is how we can support our Black businesses that are in big box companies. Okay. I literally just sent Marcus this article. It's truly sad. Condolences to everyone. Yes. The towers fall. Helicopters can stand still. Right. That's what I'm saying, Shirley. They can stand still. They can hover. They can flip around. Like, I don't know. It's weird to me. Exactly. I talked about that the other day. I am Jacinta. That people are coming out and attacking Tabitha Brown because her products are still sold in Target and she's not pulling them from the shelves. And she obviously made a statement to say, continue to shop at Target, just buy Black products. I didn't see anything wrong with that. I didn't see anything wrong with that. Like, we be mad at the wrong shit. That's why we can't unite. Because we be mad at the wrong shit. See, I am Jacinta. The thing is, yes, you would think that a lot of these companies will have direct websites with their supplies, but that costs money. That's distribution, that's warehousing, that's a lot of stuff, right? And so, unless you are a one man band like me, when I was selling products, I mean, my website is still up. It got overwhelming for me to sit in my house and pack up 60, 70 orders at one time, right? And for someone who is distributing major product, they would have to have warehousing, distribution, contracts and stuff. And sometimes it's easier to sign up with Amazon to sell on the Amazon website, make a contract with Target to have your stuff sitting on the shelves or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's easier to do it that way. We got to keep in mind that a lot of these small businesses don't have the money and sometimes the resources to just come out and have their own direct distribution. Right? It takes employees, it takes money. And even if you have direct distribution, who do you think the distribution companies are? This what I'm saying. Like we be arguing about the wrong, we be trying to fight about the wrong thing. The distribution companies and the warehouses, what do you think? You think they're black owned? What is the difference from having a distribution company that's white versus sitting your products in Target that's white? The bottom line is just support the black business. That's it, and that's fucking all. I don't know. It seems simple to me. And the loans we have to take to set up this distribution, yes, there's a few black banks out there, but they're not. Let's be realistic. Where is your loan coming from? In the house that you live in, who are you paying your mortgage to? It is no way we're going to be able to do everything black day one. So you know what we got to do? People are hollering and screaming about, we need a black Wall Street. We needed this. We needed that. First, you got to, babies crawl before they walk. Can you just support the black businesses so that eventually, economically, hopefully as a unit, we could grow and get there? I don't know. I posted the link. It's called Shinju whiskey, Japanese whiskey. I have never had Japanese whiskey. All right. And I have not opened it yet because I just picked it up yesterday. Okay. So I will be trying it over the weekend. Okay. And I'm going to be stingy with it because I want people to taste it when they come to my house, right? Because I'm trying to spread the word. Because everybody want to go out there and drink Jameson and Angels Envy, me, and things like that. We got whiskey black owners too. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to do the right thing. Oh, Cheryl Lee, I was trying to figure out who was on board. You said a figure skating team. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Debbie. So at my Coffee with Friends events and stuff like that, I'm a C because I don't know if you could get this everywhere. But, if I'm doing an event that involves, liquor and stuff like that, I'm going to see if I could work with them directly to ship whatever I need to wherever I'm going at a decent price. Okay. This is how you support each other. Yeah, they got to listen to them black boxes. Yep, Uncle Nearest, 1884. I've had Uncle Nearest. I've even bought Uncle Nearest. I've had Uncle Nearest on my bar a couple of times. I am Jacinta says she's subject to her own opinion, but as a whole, you have millionaires telling people to still shop at Target, but just buy black products. When Trump makes decisions, it affects the middle class people. True. Pharmaceuticals, true. We're going to stop taking our pills. Like, we got to pick a fight. We got to pick a fight. Okay? And that leads me right into the positive read of the day, January 30th. We are in the month of life, and today's message is life will work for me when I realize I must know the elements of success if I plan to be successful. you know how do you spell success? Praise. Give thanks for all that you are, all that you have. Praise and gratitude are tickets you need if you want to experience victory in all things. How do you spell peace? Prayer. Anything you believe you need is available to you through prayer. We are not talking here about a magical formula of proper and distinct words. Oh no, we are talking about opening your heart and your mouth, saying what's on your mind, knowing that once you do, the answer will be revealed. How do you spell joy? Surrender. When you can give up your mental and emotional attachments to what has to be, how it has to be, and when it has to be, why it has to be, you open the door to the Holy Spirit. You don't always have the answers to all those things. When that energy, the energy of life, light, and love enters your world, your life becomes more than you ever dared ask for. How do you spell life? Trust. At some point in the midst of praise, prayer, and surrender, you will learn to trust. You will realize that the only thing that stands between you and your success, your peace, your joy, is your bad memory. You simply forgot to praise, pray, and surrender. You forgot that you can trust the Holy Spirit of life to open doors, show you the way, and bring you all the help that you need. Until today, you may have been trying to find success, peace, and joy. You may have made plans and executed them only to meet with failure and disappointment. Just for today, devote yourself to praise, giving thanks for everything and everyone in your life, to prayer, asking for what you need, believing that you can have it. We talked about that the other day. And to surrender, detaching yourself from a specific outcome. Sometimes we have this vision of where we think things should or what we think things should look like. And we find ourselves disappointed very often. That's why it says detaching yourself from a specific outcome. I trust that these activities alone will put your life and your mind on its divine course. Today, I'm devoted to practicing the elements of success. Okay? And this should be in everything we do. Relationships, mental health, physical health. Okay? Supporting our own people. Rome wasn't built in a day, y'all. Right? And, even in our daily disappointments, we have to give thanks. Because what I've learned over the years is that I've had these big dreams, right? And it's so crazy. Like sometimes I'll be like, why is my dreams not coming true? And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You were that little girl at 18 years old, 17 years old, struggling in Queens, okay? Worrying about how the fuck you and your kid was going to eat on a daily basis, living in the dark, no food in the refrigerator. And look at you today. You have a roof over your head. You got lights on. You ain't worried about shit. Your son is 41. He got his own kids, his own family, his own place to live. What the hell do I mean when I say my dreams are not coming true? I must be crazy. That's why it says detach yourself from a specific outcome. See, my outcome didn't look exactly how it is today. I had a whole different outcome in my mind. But because the outcome didn't look like that, I wasn't appreciating what was in front of me. And so when I work out and after I finish working out and I pray, one of the things in my prayers is I always thank God for my trials and tribulations. I always thank God for my trials and tribulations and carrying me from the dark and into the light time and time and time and time again. And I try to detach myself from a specific outcome so that I don't underappreciate the things that I have. I am grateful for everything that I have. Because, baby, at 17, I didn't see anything but darkness. At 18, at 19, my life didn't start to shine a little bit of light until I was around 21, 22. Know the element of success. Prayer, surrender, praise. Be grateful for the things that you have. Detach yourself from a specific outcome. That's a great message. You know, so how many people grew up thinking that they were going to be married and have a white picket fence and kids because somewhere along the line that was drilled into us? And if that doesn't happen, and we see it every day, women that are in their late 30s, 40s, that don't have children, that don't have a partner, we see it. What do they say? My clock is ticking. I don't have a husband. I don't have a man. I don't have kids. I don't have this. And they get stuck in that because they have attached themselves to a specific outcome. I was watching a movie yesterday. Actually, it's a series called Severance on Apple TV. And the gentleman on there was out on a date with a woman. And she asked him, "Did you ever want to have children?" And he said, "Yes, we did want to have children." His wife is passed on. He said, "We tried for a while and it was unsuccessful. And we thought about adopting. And then we said, no, this is the life we have been given. We weren't given this life with the child, right? We were given this life. And so me and my wife decided to make it good with the life that we were given." Wow. His date responded and said, "That is a very healthy response." And I thought so. Because how many people are good with the life that they've been given, right? Or are you used to those people that are constantly complaining because they didn't get their specific outcome? Right. As long as there's breath, everything is possible. Stacy says, so detaching from the outcome is relinquishing the illusion of control. I would say so, right? Because there has to be a level of control in there because you are looking for this outcome, but there's many other scenarios that could possibly happen in your lifetime. It's a great message. I say so myself. Deb said, "Yep, I had that wish years and years ago after college to be married with kids before 30. I was devastated for a while when it didn't happen, but today I thank God his plans were better than mine." Living the life you were given, right? Your outcome is not going to always be what you expect or like your friends. So many people look at their friends and they go, "Oh, I wish I had what they had." Why? That's not your life. That's not your life. I remember beating myself up because, my mama always said, "Oh, Robin, you always have a man or whatever." I was like, "No, I don't." And she'd be like, "Yes, you do. Like, you always end up finding a man." And I was like, "Okay." But still, in all of that, it still wasn't the outcome that I expected. But somebody else is looking at me going, oh my God, you're so lucky. And in my head, I was beating myself up like, no, I wanted to be married. I wanted to have my house. I didn't necessarily need no more kids. But I had this outlook for my life. And because I was attached to that specific outcome, guess what that had me do? That had me going back to circle fuck X hole 11 times because I was fighting to have a specific outcome that was not meant for me. And I beat myself up because I wasted 20 years chasing something that was not for me. Now, I live my life with true authenticity based on my feelings. I know what I want. I know what I deserve. And I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I'm not attaching myself to a specific outcome. I know what I want. But this time I'm just moving with faith and trust. Because I do not want to get trapped chasing a specific outcome. For many, that is difficult, letting go despite we have no control anyway. It is. But isn't a lot of stuff when we have to work on our mental and our physical, isn't it always a lot of work? $10K in the bank account and no debt makes you the top 1% of the earth. Perspective. That's your message today. I truly hope that this message resonates with some of you, if not all of you. If not all of you. So, on a good note, it looks like the federal judges blocked Trump's plan of freezing federal funding. So that's good news. Thank God. Some of the stuff we don't talk about, they kick Biden all the time. Biden. But Biden put them judges in the Supreme Court that's blocking these executive orders that are absolutely ridiculous. Thank you, judges. Thank you. Okay? Isn't it, Debbie? And he does, Val. But sometimes we get in our own way, Val. You say, but he always replaces it with better. Sometimes we don't see that. Right? Because it's not the outcome we wanted. So sometimes, even though it might be a better outcome, sometimes we don't see that because we're fighting against it. Got to figure out ways of letting that go. It ain't easy. It's not. So anybody got any good plans coming up for this weekend? Today is Thursday, y'all. I don't have no plans. I need to sit still. I need to save some money. I need to do something with myself. Anybody got any exciting plans so I can live through, y'all? I'm gonna sit still because I'm going away next month. And I need to be listen, I need to do better. I need to do better. And my mama is getting her knee surgery on February 12th. So y'all pray for her strength because she's trying to get my ass in Florida and I cannot go. I can't go to Florida. Gratitude shifts your perspective. Every day I write down 3 things I'm grateful for to help me recognize the positive in my life. I love that, Cheryl Lee. I love that. Yes, Debbie, this year I want to travel, save money, and meet amazing people along the way. Yes, I love that. I'm always down for that. Okay. Hillbilly said we need to weather the storm coming. It takes togetherness, community to survive, prepare. Yes, I agree. I definitely agree. I love it. I love it. Okay. And you know, it starts with like one or two people. Like we just gotta do, we just gotta start doing it. Small little things, small little things. You know, don't be envious of your brothers and sisters who got businesses that are thriving and maybe your business is not thriving. Forget all of that shit. Just we need to just start pouring into each other. Going to Black and Blue Steakhouse for dinner for my cousin's boyfriend's birthday. Okay, I love that. Oh, I love steak. You just made me hungry, Valerie. I'm gonna go eat some yogurt and some granola because I got to get into a bathing suit in a couple of weeks. And my bathing suits be scandalous sometimes. You know, so I'm gonna have to repeat bathing suits this trip because I'm taking too many trips now and I got a bunch of bathing suits and I just cannot. So y'all might see some repeat bathing suits this time. Forgive me the fuck because I got too many bathing suits to be buying some more right now. But for when I go away in April, I might add one or two to my pile. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But with that, y'all, I'm going to send y'all out with peace and love. And I'm just going to remind you to be grateful. And again, condolences out to American Airlines and Black Hawk Military Helicopter families for their loss. Ideas for summer soiree. Oh, I haven't started working on that yet. I need to start working on that in the next couple of weeks, but I'm still my ideas are still the Virgin Islands. Okay, so I got to see what I can get in the Virgin Islands. I see Aruba now has all inclusive resorts, and so I don't know. I might throw Aruba in the hat as well. I didn't buy any new swimsuits, Valerie, from the birthday trip. No, I still had some new ones that I didn't use from that pile that I'm probably gonna take to back to Jamaica with me. But I'm gonna have to buy one or two new ones to go to my trip in April. Yeah, so I didn't buy any new ones for this trip because I had like 3 extra ones from the last trip that I didn't even wear. All right. So I'm out, y'all. I'm going to send y'all out with the positive vibes to remind y'all that no matter how low, you can still.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still
and I don't. This is Customer Friends, and I am Royalty Depot. Come back tomorrow, y'all. Move with peace and love and get this message on the way out, huh? I don't like Bahamas. Not like that. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway, and in the driveway. It's a nice range, cause I got good climb, I ain't like pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's the beef. They receive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Hey! Even when you feel slow, you can still go. What? Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer the no, and I fucking don't. Peace, y'all. I'm out. Hey!